Namaste, my friends. My name is Lindsay, and I am so excited to be back teaching you yoga. I'm gonna try going outside today to do this because it's a beautiful day. Super warm outside, probably the last push of warm weather before we get into the true fall and winter season. So I'm so happy you're joining me today. And I'll ask you out to come and sit just at the front of the mat. I'm gonna face you so you can see what I'm doing. Find a comfortable position, whether this is cross-legged, whether you need to sit up on a bolster or a block with the hips. Just find that position, take your hands face down on the legs, close off your eyes, and let's get started. So in today's class, we'll be focusing on a true Vinyasa short flow class. So really the balance between strength and stretching, really this ease and steadiness. Maybe thinking about where you need to find more balance in your life between these two things. You know, if that calls today to you to find this kind of metaphor in your life, then go there. And if it doesn't, if you're just looking for a good balanced workout, a little yoga inspired workout, trying to find a good flexibility flow with some strength building poses, then this is also the class for you, and you can just focus on the more physical asana practice today. Let's tune into our breath. Notice if you're having any tension in your shoulders, any tension anywhere else in your body. So I tend to feel it in my shoulders and my hips. Are those places tight for you? Or do you have different spaces where you're tight? Maybe in your neck, maybe you're clenching your jaw, maybe you're restricting your breath. Maybe you can take this breath a little deeper into the belly. Maybe inhale and exhale a little deeper, a little longer. Notice your belly lifting and falling, expanding, and letting go. I have some calming breeze. I'm not sure if you can feel that, but it's very soothing as I tune into the breath here. Okay, let's take one more cleansing breath. Breathing in through the nose, slow and deep. And let's exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Let it go. Let's start to open up the eyes if they were closed. And let's make our way into a tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. A few simple cat and cows. Breathing in, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. And as you exhale, round the spine, push the ground away, tuck the tailbone down. Again, let's breathe in, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale to round, maybe the eyes come towards the thighs. Let's do that a few more times in your own breath, really articulating through the spine. And if you want to find any more intuitive, any other kind of movement, shifting the weight forward and back, or any circles with the spine, then feel free to do that as well. Try to link your breath with your movement. Maybe sway the hips side to side. Maybe switch the positions of the hands. So one hand or both hands can face in a different direction. Fingers back towards the knees, creases of the wrist towards the top of the mat. And if you can hear that, that's just my little dog barking because she hears the commotion. Oh. So find any movements here that feel good for you. Take one more breath wherever you are. Let's breathe in, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale to thread the needle. Arm comes underneath. Now you can stay here, just pressing the left hand into the ground. Maybe check out your hips to make sure they're neutral. Or you can reach the left hand behind the back for the right hip crease. You can stay here as well, or maybe you want to extend the left leg back. A little bit more of a balancing pose. Let's take a few breaths here, maybe tapping into your Ujjayi breath. Breathing in and out like an ocean through the nose, a whispery ocean breath. If the leg was extended, bring it back in, bring the left hand to the ground, breathe in, reach the right arm up towards the sky, exhale to lower. Let's do one cat and cow before we come to the second side. Breathe in, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, push the ground away. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, maybe just tighten up the core a little bit. Second side, breathe in, left arm reaches towards the sky. Exhale, thread it through, underneath. Of course, you can stay here, especially if you did so in the first side, or you can reach the right hand back for the left hip crease. Again, you can stay here or reach out the right leg. Finding a little bit of balance here, draw the tummy in, but make sure to keep breathing wherever you are. Now, whenever I offer an option to modify or to increase in exercise, know that these are just options, and you have so many available to you to cater the practice and your practice to what you need for today. Let's bring the leg back in. Hand comes down to the ground. Breathe in one more time. Extend the left arm towards the sky. Exhale to release it down. Let's walk the hands a few inches in front. Start to tuck the toes, maybe hover the knees off the ground, and then send the hips up and back into your first downward facing dog of this session, of this practice. Find any movement that you need here. Do you need to wiggle the hips side to side? Do you need to pedal out the feet because the hamstrings are tight? As you're rooting down into your foundations in this pose, notice if you're taking a lot of tension into the wrists. You absolutely do not want that. So think about planting each fingertip into the ground and each base knuckle into the ground. Notice if the L shape of the hand is lifting. Try to plant that down. Plant the index finger and the thumb. And as you settle into some stillness here, let's focus one more time into our breath. Is there anywhere where you're sacrificing your pose? Are you taking any unneeded tension anywhere? Are you breathing a little bit too heavy? Know that you can always come into a child's pose at any point in this practice, even if downward dog is facing or feeling like too much. One more breath here. Let's bring the feet together, lift the heels, bend the knees. Look forward as you breathe in. Exhale, let it all go, and step the feet towards the front of the mat, either hips distance or feet together. Breathe into your halfway lift, hands slide up the shins, maybe to the quads. Exhale, forward fold, bend at the knees if you're feeling tight. Let's do that 3 more times. Breathing into your halfway lift, gaze stays down. Exhale to release. Inhale, halfway lift. Think of the crown of the head as an extension of the spine. Exhale, release. One more time, maybe your deepest breath so far. Breathe in, halfway lift, fill up your tank. Exhale, let it all go. Keep a bend of the knees, and let's curl up the length of the spine so we're coming up to stand into our mountain pose. Nice and slow, no rush. We don't need any head rushes here until you come all the way up. Let's breathe in, reach the arms up to your tall mountain. Exhale, reach for the left wrist. Take a crescent moon stretch over to the right. Exhale, of course, when you get there, and let's take one more breath cycle here. Breathe in to lengthen. Exhale, maybe side bend a little bit more. Inhale, come back to center. This time, reach onto the right wrist and take a side bend over to the left. So as you inhale, get a little longer here. Draw the shoulder away from the ear. Exhale to deepen. Inhale, let's come back up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into our first plank pose. Let's hold it here, either on the toes or on the knees. Shifting forward and back a few times, getting a little stretch for the wrists, and just warming up that core, finding that inner fire. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the shift forward. Exhale, come all the way down through the belly, chaturanga down. 3 baby cobras. Breathing in, point the toes back. Lift the hands as an option. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift, reach the tailbone towards the toes. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale, lift, hold it here. Option to float the feet off the ground as well. Keep pointing the toes back. Think about lifting from the inner thighs. Inhaling, exhale to release. Now you can tuck the toes here, passing up through a tabletop or a plank, your option. If you're passing through a plank, think about engaging the core, the seat, the quads. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Before we make our way to the top of the mat, let's breathe in, reach the right leg towards the sky, open the hip, bend the knee, stretch out that hip. You can stay here or option to add a few hip circles, just getting mobility into that hip socket, changing the direction, maybe doing 3 of each in each direction. And then reach the leg back up towards the sky, square the hip, straighten the leg. Exhale to release. Second side, breathing in, reach the left leg up towards the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, hold it here as an option, or add a few circles a few times in one direction, and then switch the direction of those circles a few times the other way. Let's extend that leg up towards the sky, hip straight, leg straight, hip square. Breathe in, exhale to release. Let's hold that downward facing dog in stillness for just one breath, breathing in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then lift the heels, take the feet together, bend the knees, inhale, look forward. Exhale here, step, hop, or jump forward, whatever way you want to get to the top of the mat. I'll meet you there. Breathe in, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, tall mountain, maybe look up. Exhale, hands pass through heart center. Let's inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the right, left arm comes forward, right arm back. Let's hold it here, try to straighten out the hips towards the front of the mat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up, try not to arch through the back. Exhale, twist to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. Check out those hips, make sure they're straight towards the top of the mat. Inhale here, get a little taller through the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist from the belly button up. Inhale, back through center, and again, keep squeezing the seat. Don't arch through the back, tuck the lower ribs in. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your plank pose. Let's hold it here. Option to be on the knees, of course. This time, let's come into our Vashisthasana, side plank over to the left hand, blade edge of the left foot. Option for the right foot to come down for modification. Let's bump those hips up a few times for 10, 9, squeeze, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the second side, over to the right hand, outer edge of the right foot. Option for the left foot to be planted down as a modification. Bump the hips up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your plank pose. Rock it forward and back a few times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it forward. On your next exhale, all the way down to the belly. 3 baby cobras, point the toes back. Breathe in to lift, float the hands off the ground as an option. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Keep squeezing the seat. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift, and we hold, point the toes back. This time, maybe you want to reach the hands behind the back, lift the fist off of the seat, and maybe lift the feet off of the ground as well for locust pose. Breathe in, maybe reach a little taller, a little longer. Exhale, lower. Hands plant, toes tuck, either passing through tabletop or plank. Option to come into child's pose here for a quick moment, or rest in downward facing dog. 3 breaths wherever you are. Let go of that final breath, breathe out, empty your tank, and then breathe in, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, draw that knee in and hold. Can you get the knee to the nose? And then step the foot through the hands. Let's plant the back foot down, front heel, back arch alignment, windmill the arms up, warrior 2. Keep squeezing the glutes, pressing that front knee towards the pinky toe edge of the mat. Can you sink a little lower? Let's inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, left hand comes behind the back. Inhale, exhale, side angle, front, oh, we got a little stain here, front forearm to the front leg, and then sweep the back arm down and up. So side angle pose here. Now you can always bring the hand all the way down to the ground, or you can keep it rested onto the front leg without pressing into the knee. So just be careful of joints. Let's inhale. Exhale, take the left hand down to the inside of the front foot, lift up the back heel, easy twist as you reach the right arm towards the sky. Keep drawing the right hip back. Now option to stay here, or option to come into your Vashisthasana, your side plank. Now you can always reach onto the foot as well here if you want to increase this as we level up, or you can do the version of side plank that we've done in the past. Maybe let go of the hand, reach the bicep over the ear, float, keep floating the leg off of the ground towards the sky, almost like a little starfish. And then maybe you want to come into your wild thing, taking the foot behind you, opening up through the heart space, keep pushing the hips up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, shifting into your plank. I found a leaf on me. And let's find our way through chaturanga this time, or all the way down as an option, upward dog or cobra. Exhale all the way back, downward facing dog. Right away, second side. Let's breathe in, reach the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose. Can you hold it? Can you tap the knee to the nose? And then step the foot through. Let's plant the back foot down. Windmill yourself up, warrior two. Front heel to back arch alignment. Hello. Fix your pants if you need to. I like pants without waistbands, but it also means that they fall down a lot. They're very comfy though. Keep pressing that front knee back towards the pinky toe edge of the mat, squeezing the seat to help you do this. Let's breathe in here. Start to exhale, flip the front palm, reach back into your reverse warrior, taking that back hand behind the back. Using the strength of the obliques to keep you up here. Keep bending generously into the front knee. Inhale. Exhale, front forearm comes down to the front knee. Sweep the back arm down and up, side angle pose. Gaze can be where you like, either to the ground or up towards the sky. Wherever you are, keep breathing. As an option, you can always bring that front hand down to the inside of the front foot. Whatever feels good for you. And make sure to keep breathing like always. Now take that top hand to the inside of the left foot, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Easy twist here. Keep drawing that front hip back into the hip socket. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. Nice and light on that bottom hand. Now start to come onto the outer edge of that back foot. Maybe you can reach onto the big toe mount of the front foot to lift the leg up into your side plank, your Vashisthasana. Now this is just an option. You can just hold a regular plank or a modified plank with one foot on the ground or one knee on the ground. Maybe you want to reach the arm over the head, bicep to the ear. And let's take this into a flip dog or a wild thing here, bringing that left foot behind the right. Keep pushing the hips up by pressing your weight into your foot and your hand, and then transition into your plank, coming down through chaturanga, upward facing dog, and eventually meeting back and downward facing dog. Now you can find some movement here, pedal out the feet, wiggle the hips, or settle into some stillness as well. Catch your breath. Notice if you're holding on to your breath at all. You've sacrificed it. You know, especially as we do something like a plank, it's very normal to hold the breath. Let's bring the knees onto the ground, passing through tabletop position, coming to a seat, and then eventually making your way down to the back. Let's draw that right knee in towards the chest. Take it into the hands and just rock it side to side, back and forth. Massage that hip joint, wiggle out that hip, and take it into a twist, drawing the right knee over to the left, and take the gaze away from that leg. So gaze comes to the right. You can just rest the right arm beside you, bent or straight elbow, your choice. Always know that you have an option of taking both knees straight if this feels more comfortable for the back. Let's reset for the second side, extend the right leg, and then draw the left knee into the chest. Again, let's just rock that knee side to side. Nothing too intense, just whatever feels good for you. Maybe circling out the foot, maybe even drawing circles with the hip and the knee. And then eventually let's bring that knee over towards the right side of the mat. Gaze away from the leg, over to the left. Now if you had to pick an option here between grounding through the elbow or grounding down through the knee, pick the elbow. And know that you can always bend both knees here if this twist is too intense. Make sure to breathe, come back to the natural rhythm of the breath here as we close off our practice. And then eventually let's come back to center to our backs. Let's squeeze ourselves into a tight little ball, forearms around the shins, knees and nose pressed together. Engage the core, round the spine. Give yourself a big hug. You absolutely deserve some self-love here. What are you thankful for? What has your body done for you during this class that you appreciate? And where can you ease up on some tension and some judgment? Hold on to that idea as we melt into our Shavasana, our final resting pose, bringing the left foot to the left corner of the mat, right foot to right corner of the mat. Hands and arms rest alongside the body. Maybe the palms just float up, stay up facing towards the sky here. Notice anything that came up for you in your practice. Resist the urge of judging yourself. We don't need any more judgment in our lives. This is where I'll leave you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, friends. Namaste.